up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all of this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitch was going to stop. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitch was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yana Van Zam's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see. Can I see? Hit me up in my DMs, and I do want to see if you had a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Okay, I'm coming. Hold on. Jesus. Everything that I could have go wrong today absolutely has, but I am here nevertheless. What is going on, people? What is up? What is up? What the hell is up? Let me adjust this microphone. Oh God, listen, y'all. I have a lot going on today. And you know what's so sad, y'all? I know I'm late. I know I've been gone for the last 5 or 6 days. I got so much going on, and the dossier was unrelenting. God damn it. Shit. The dossier today was unrelenting, unyielding. I had to just stop adding stuff to it because my boss was bothering my spirit and kept giving me more stuff to do. Life was lifing. Nevertheless, we are here, y'all. I probably should have took another day off, but I didn't want to do that to y'all because I love y'all. It's a lot going on. Anyway, what is up, people? What is up? Y'all see the new chair came? This new chair came. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I got to get used to it. It has this little massager thing that goes like in the small of your back. And I'm supposed to plug it in. I haven't plugged it in yet to see what it feels like, but it has this little cushion, right? That you're supposed to be able to plug in. And wait, where am I gonna plug this in? I don't know where to plug this in right now. I have to try it out later. Wait, hold on. Maybe I could do this. Hold on. Hold on. Uh, uh, wait. I'm not used to crawling up underneath stuff like this. Oh. I heard it as soon as I turned it on. Oh, I heard it. Let's see what this feels like. It has little feet rests and all. Okay. Oh, it's vibrating. Mm. Oh, oh. Well, it only has one speed. So it would be so much better if it had multiple speeds. But okay, let me take that out. I'll worry about that later. That's a lot. Hold on. Come out. Oh, oh. Okay, it's out. That's a lot, y'all. That's real extra. Anyway, y'all, I am here. Are y'all ready to get this party started? We don't have long to labor. We got a lot of stories today. And unfortunately, we ain't got a lot of time to waste. Mm, mm. Ooh. Oh, dear God. All right, let's see. Let's try to delve into this good dossier. Why is this so big? God, I just don't understand. Why is it so big? God, Lord, that's why it took me so long to come on here, because my computer is doing something just really weird right now, where everything is just like real big and I can't get it to work right for me. So trying to get everything situated over here. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what my computer ever since last week has been going haywire. Mm. And it still is. It's just crazy. Crazy. All right. Excuse me. So, Tracy done shared about 5 or 6 things with me last week. Child. I've been off the grid. I apologize, Tracy. Anyway, let me open the dossier. Y'all put some shondos in the chat and hope that I can get through this today. I just been all off kilter today, y'all. Just been real off kilter. The people have been just doing a lot today. Doing a lot. I ain't even said hey to y'all yet. Let me say hello to you all properly. Hey, Tracy W, Jen Bunny, Ravine. I know I'm late, Ravine. You think that I don't know when I'm late, Ravine? Thank you for the news flash. Volvo, hey, Cooking. Cherise, how you doing today, sweetheart? Complex 613, Sweet P, TJ, Monk Chip, how you doing over there? You got power down there, Monk Chip? You okay over there? Miss Baythang, how are you? Brown Mama, we about to get to the weather in just a second. Hey, Tanya, boo. Tanya, did you ever lose power? We got Jeannie in here. We got So Jeff here. Oh God, dear God. Y'all know I can't say nothing about Beyond Skank. Now that So Jeff is here. Ronald is here. What's going on? Crazy Homebody Girl is here. Montrez, what's good, bruh? Lovely 31 Blueprint is here. Listen, everybody is in the building. So let me put a banner up. So let's get this party started there. See, I can't even see everything. God, it's making it. Oh, God. Hold on for a moment, y'all. Oh, God. See, I can't even see the bottom of this. Hold on. I can't even see the second bottom of the screen. Okay. There we go. That was an ordeal. Okay. That was crazy. Okay. All right. So I got to get this situated, y'all. I got to play around with this because everything is off kilter. I got to play around with this new configuration and get it right. So we're starting right. Listen. You and me both, Harold. Hey, Harold. Hey, Angela. Hey, Samira. I ain't even told the people in the members only chat that we is live. That's how off I am. Let me tell the people in the members only chat. Anybody put in the members only chat that we live? Nope. Did y'all get notifications today? I don't know if YouTube did notification. I don't know nothing, y'all. I'm really just trying to make it. That must mean we about to have a good show. Mm-hmm. That must mean we about to have a real good show. All right, y'all. So, Mother Nature is tired of you bastards. Listen. So we had Hurricane Helene. Hey, Janae. Hey, Uncle Jay. And many people were affected. Millions and millions and millions of people have been affected by Hurricane Helene. At last check, there were 128, excuse me, people. Last time I checked, by an hour or two ago, there were 119 people. As of right now, 128 people have died across 6 states. And they're saying that the death toll is only going to rise. There are many other people that are still missing. Many people were unable to leave their location or unable to contact family, where communication infrastructures failed and are still in shreds. Hundreds of roads still remain closed. And I'm gonna tell you why this was so catastrophic. I don't want to blame the weathermen, but I am going to say the weathermen failed us. Hey, Morgan. The weathermen failed us. If you watched on Thursday, even as Thursday night, as the hurricane was coming ashore, Florida was being battered by a Category 4 hurricane with 140-mile-per-hour winds. I talked to a couple friends. I have one fraternity brother of mine who lives in Perry, Florida. Everything is gone. He says there's nothing left of his home. Nothing. Everything. His entire neighborhood, he says, is flattened. He said there is nothing salvageable of his home or his whole neighborhood. Everything is gone. So, but the problem was, according to the forecast by the National Weather Service, they were saying it was supposed to go straight up Florida, go through Georgia, hit Atlanta, and start to meander around Tennessee. Somewhere that night, Helene said, "No, bitches, fuck you." Mother Nature said, I don't know who the fuck y'all think I am. I don't know why you rat bastards keep playing with me. But I'm going to have to show y'all better than I can tell y'all. So whereas they were looking for it to go north then west, it decided, no, I'm going to go north then east, and veered off toward more east toward, they were saying that, North Carolina could get some outer parts of it, but it veered more so where more of the center took it northeast, and the people in North Carolina, and it was moving so fast, it was the middle of the night. Many people were asleep, and there was no time for you to prepare. Now, here's what the fucked up part about it is. Those of us who live in Atlanta, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee area, it had been raining for 2 days leading up to the hurricane. Before the hurricane came, it was raining, real bad rain, for about 2-3 days. I know it was about 2 days here in Atlanta. And so those people, you had all of that rain. The ground was already saturated. There was nowhere for the water to go. There was a bad forecast because it's the middle of the night. Many people had went to sleep and said, I can ride this out because it's not going to hit us. And I can go to sleep and wake up in the morning and survey the damage. Not knowing you had people in the dead of night. The hurricane goes and veers off the complete opposite direction, goes much more toward Augusta, South Carolina, North Carolina, that little corner right there, which had already been saturated with a couple days of rain. And now you have, apocalyptic flooding. I think a lot of these people probably died because by the time the waters came, it was too late. It was nowhere to go. It was nothing that they could do. And a lot of people probably honestly drowned. If you have family, friends, and loved ones in that little corridor up and around that corner where Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina kind of meet in that area, devastation, complete devastation. And the thing about it is, like I said, I don't want to blame the meteorologists, but they got this one wrong. They literally got this one wrong. And now we're seeing hundreds of people have lost their lives. Hundreds of people have lost their lives now. Complete devastation. Complete devastation. So you're dealing with the Florida Big Bend and South Georgia that dealt with the direct hit of a Category 4 storm that came through like a buzzsaw and devastated the panhandle of Florida and southern Georgia. Then it turned into a rain event where it added all of that rain, and now it's a flooding event. Complete devastation. And my problem is, here's my problem. This is going to come out harsh. Joseph Robinette, at his 33-second press conference that he had today addressing this, that's poor leadership. Nope. Hey, L said, that's poor leadership. You should be on the front lines. You should, for the next couple days, we should see you where you should be over there in the Big Bend of Florida. You should be over there in South Georgia. You should be over there in Western South Carolina and Western North Carolina and all of those areas that got affected to let these people know, yes, we are here for you. Now, I'm not saying that the federal government is not here, but it goes much further if you can actually be there and they can actually see you and they know that you know that you are there for them. When people are going through situations like this, somebody has to go, a great leader, I should say, is going to go there and let the people know that they will meet them where they are. Let them feel the fact that you can understand their pain, their suffering and everything that they are going through right now. Because they're feeling the entirety of the Southeast basically had to deal with this. Now, here's a scary news flash. There's more storms brewing. There's a system right now in the Gulf that they're trying to figure out what it's going to do, and they expect for it to develop into some type of tropical system. What type of tropical system? Who knows? But in October, the Gulf right now is, the perfect place to build a storm. It's feeding ground for a tropical system because of the warm waters in the Gulf. So you're talking about people who are already bruised and battered now having to look and watch and trust the meteorologists to get this right again. We about to get that. We about to get that in just a second, LC. We just starting. Listen, if you have anybody, and most black people got somebody in some of these areas. If you black, somewhere in your lineage, you got somebody that's in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee area. You got some people that may or may not be in and around that area. Hell, even in Atlanta, there was flooding. There was urban flooding where they had to have boats to get people out of their homes in Atlanta. People had to get rescued by boat out of their homes in Atlanta. Hey, Catherine Powell. Hey, Terry. Hey, everybody coming in. Let's go. Let's go. What's going on over there? Down to the UK, over in England. I'm glad you're able to join us today, sweetheart. I mean, you had people that were getting flooded in the metro Atlanta area. We ain't even talking about the suburbs and all of that stuff. We're talking metro Atlanta. Mother Nature says, I'm sick of you bastards. I'm sick of your fuck shit. I'm not here for it. Y'all think y'all got a handle on this? Y'all think y'all know what the fuck I'ma do? Let me show you let me show you how this gonna go. Let me show you how this gonna go. So now Trump did go to Valdosta. Was it yesterday or today? I think he went to Valdosta today. And he said that he was giving truckloads of supplies to them. I don't know if that is or is not true. But he was there. My question is, I know you may have seen it as a important time to go to the border, Kamala, but now might be the time for you to make an appearance in Georgia, in South Carolina, in North Carolina, and damn an election, and let them know this is not about the election, but this is about the fact that we have citizens of this country that are dying and that right now are in need. I'm just saying. Right, LC. We don't want you to be a Marine One flying over in the helicopter just to see the devastation. No, you need to be on the ground. There are real people really hurting right now, suffering. There are people whose entire lives have, probably been impacted permanently. I mean, you have to think, if you look at some pictures of the devastation, in some places you see nothing but wood floating in the water for miles. Just wood floating in the water. There's nothing. It looked like it was a river. What was a city is now a floating river with wood and debris from what was people's lives. These are things that we have to think about. These optics are even if you are you want to wax political, optics are everything right now. Kamala, I ain't seen you there. Tim Walz, I ain't seen you there. Joseph Robinette, I have not seen you there. Maybe I missed it. I'm sure y'all will correct me if I missed it. Please put it in the chat. Maybe I missed it. I know I've been off the grid this weekend for the last 4 or 5 days. However, I ain't seen it. So it is complete in many of these areas, complete devastation. There's no other way to put it. Complete another. There are still more than 2 million people without power. I just got power. My power was out. It actually went out Thursday. I didn't get power again until Saturday night. So it's a mess. It's a mess. So they're starting to try to get supplies in the area, but at this point, it's complete and total devastation. Now, here's another news flash. I look up in the sky today and I see dark clouds, and I'm like, you know what? I can't do no more. And now we have to watch a couple more weather systems in the Gulf that are expected to develop and could enter the Gulf sometime later this week. I want to tell you to monitor the meteorologists and weather people, but like I said, them the bastards that got it wrong, and now hundreds of people are dead. They might be scheduled to go there this week, Harold, and I'm glad you're giving them the benefit of the doubt. But we live in a right now type of world and a right now news cycle, and there are people suffering right now. Just like you got the governors of those respective states coming. Now I understand a lot. I understand that there are a lot of logistics that goes with the president and the vice president going anywhere. However, yet and still, your country is in the middle of a crisis. And to me, the fact that it's Monday and we just got the first public briefing from the president about this. Now, if something happens internationally, they're on it like this. They have immediate responses. They're breaking into your local television programming to speak on things that go on internationally at times. But we have actual citizens of these yet to be United States whose taxes are paying the salaries that you people have and paying for the planes that you ride in, helicopters that you ride in, and the Secret Service that is protecting you, right? And you ain't got that type of time. A mess. A damn mess. As if, and then you got Georgia, who's been battered. They had flooding. They had catastrophic damage in southern Georgia. You have flooding as far north as Atlanta. Life-altering urban flooding. And then what happens? Oh, yesterday, Biolabs, a pharma company, had a chemical fire, an explosion. I'm trying to figure out if the fire has stopped yet, because I think this morning they said that the chemical fire in Conyers, Georgia, was still going. So you had a chemical fire in Conyers, Georgia, okay? Last night, I think Brown Mama, somebody, I think, over in that area. Now, Conyers, Georgia, if you want to know where it is geographically, it's southwest. I'm sorry, southeast, not southwest. is southeast of Atlanta. So if you think of Atlanta like a circle, right, which it kind of is a circle, it's going to be in the southeast corner of Atlanta, outskirts. You know what I got today? An emergency uh an emergency broadcasting message that interrupted my phone service today at around 11 o'clock in the morning. I got something that says emergency alert, emergency alert. You know, the little emergency alert. You know where I live? And it was about the chemical fire coming out of goddamn Conyers, Georgia, telling people to stay inside, limit the amount of time you spend outside, because there could be irreparable damage to you and your body should you inhale some of these things. You know who a lot of lives in Conyers, Georgia? Conyers, Georgia? A lot of our black asses. Hey, Demetria. So I live the northern part of Sandy Springs, close to Roswell. I live way, almost geographically, way almost opposite of where that is. And they're sending me news flashes, emergency alerts, telling my black ass that I need to be concerned about going outside. And it would take me at least about an hour to get there from me. And if you add on traffic, that might be 2. Now, so you tell me that the citizens of Conyers, many of whom were told to evacuate or shelter in place yesterday or whatever, this is catastrophic for that area. Catastrophic. I mean, you're talking people in that vicinity that probably don't know it, but have life altering things that have entered their bodies and could have damage to where's our medical expert Janae? If certain things, certain chemicals enter your body, we don't know the lasting repercussions, respiratory issues, cancer, other debilitating diseases and infections that could come as a result of this. We remember when the Norfolk Southern train crashed, and that was in a rural area. So now we got another chemical fire where now you are talking millions of people. I told you I got a emergency alert saying limit your time outside, and I am way far away. So you're talking the greater Atlanta area has what, about 6-7 million people in it? Millions of people affected now. Oh, should I mention the fact that it's coming out that Biolabs and the owner of Biolabs have been cited repeatedly for safety issues there? Oh, should I tell you that? Because there was some type of malfunction at the plant that caused the massive explosion and fire. There was a massive evacuation on Sunday that had to happen as a result of it. They have apparently been cited and fined repeatedly by the federal government, mostly for violations related to employees not receiving proper safety training. They're saying that the swimming pool and spa water care division of KIK Consumer Products, which is based out of there, was also cited by the U.S. Chemical Safety Board in 2020 for 5 safety violations that contributed to the massive fire during Hurricane Laura in 2020 in Lake in other facilities as well. As far as Louisiana, this is what we got going on. They're trying to kill us. They're trying to kill us. Listen, y'all, we are living in perilous times. You know, back in the day, those of us who've been to church, you know, you would hear about the horror stories that the old people would tell you about when you knew it was the end of days, when you would start having earthquakes and hurricanes and all kinds of stuff where you shouldn't have them, and it would be, you know, explosions and bombs and stuff. I can't say that this is not what's happening right now. I don't know. You know, when I was little, I used to say these people are crazy with this end of days apocalyptic talk. But now, here we are. You received the alert in Fayette County too? Listen, it's crazy what people are going through. I don't even know how long we're going to, for example, I got to run an errand tomorrow. I know I got to go south of here. Now I'm probably gonna be wearing a mask or something. I don't know, but I just don't feel safe going out there without some type of mask, something to kind of help me, because who knows what's floating in the air? Who knows? Oh, I reminded y'all of Norfolk Southern's chemical situation when the train exploded. I should tell you, Norfolk Southern has headquarters in downtown Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Sure do. Y'all still on lockdown, LC? A mess. C says they got still got alerts over in Fayette County. LC said this is the 3rd fire at this plant. And this one seems to be a lot more voluminous and ominous than some of the other ones. They saying it's a chlorine-based chemical. A mess. Listen, y'all. We ain't even got to the sugar spike segment yet. I'm just reporting on the weather and what we got going on. But we're here. We are here. Larry, where are you at? Larry, come on, Larry. It's time. Because we are already here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the great Larry Myers so that he can help us usher in our sugar spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So long, I want to fight. Daddy gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. So I feel like I need my microphone. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this situation. Why is L Teddy, you doing a lot right now. You doing a whole lot right now, L Teddy. All right. There. Oh God, no. All right, there we go. All right, so okay, that's better. So let's give you our update on our politics of the day. So here are our updates. We know, first things first, tomorrow is another debate. It will be the vice presidential candidate debate. And it will put JD Vance versus Tim Walz. Now, it's being reported that Tim Walz says that he's fighting nerves heading into the vice presidential debate. Tim Walz says yes, he does have nerves. He says his nerves is real bad. He says he's just as nervous right now, leading up to this debate, as he was the Sunday afternoon in August when he warned Kamala Harris in his running mate interview that he was a bad debater. He said he's not a good debater. Multiple sources that have spoken to him said that he's really, really, really nervous. Now, people are expecting big things out of him. They are expecting him. The difference between Kamala and Tim Walz is Kamala is a seasoned prosecutor. Kamala is here for it. You know what I'm saying? Kamala, she gets in front of audiences and she can go with surgical precision and really unpack some things. He, on the other hand, is like, listen, I'm used to dealing with my team as a coach and with students. And so he is very nervous. He has been in some fierce debate prep. Hopefully they will get him prepared. We will be doing a live watch along tomorrow night. So be prepared on Red, Blue, and Black. So be prepared for that tomorrow. And we'll break that down as only we can. What else is going on? There was a man who had explosives at a Michigan Trump rally a few days ago. And he pleaded not guilty to charges against him earlier today. His name is Stephen William Nada, and he's been charged with 4 state counts, including making a false threat of terrorism and being in possession of bomb-making materials. He has pleaded not guilty to each count, according to a court official. A bond of $1 million was set for him during his arraignment today, according to a court official, and he was placed under house arrest. He was placed under house arrest. He was placed under house arrest. That means they let him out. I shouldn't be laughing at that. I really shouldn't be laughing. I really should be laughing at the fact that I should not be laughing at the fact that they put this man under house arrest. Ooh. Child, I can't do this. Girl, so that means he out. He out. I'm just putting it out there. He out. A mess. Oh man. So Kamala Harris, she ended her West Coast swing state tour. She was visiting some West Coast swing states, and she ended that early to be in Washington D.C. And be so that she could be briefed on Hurricane Helene's impact. As I told you, Donald Trump was in Valdosta, Georgia earlier today, where he also received a recovery briefing. And he went in on the Biden administration's response to the storm. Can you blame him? Now, there's a couple things that you can say about Donald Trump. We know we don't like him. Can you blame him for going in on the Biden administration and their response to the storm? Because let's be clear, some of the areas with major impacts from this storm are Trump country, are rural areas and areas that are not big urban centers. I mean, you did have Atlanta, but and Tampa got some too, but a good vast majority of the area that bore the brunt of this was rural areas. And what do you say to that? When Trump says, yeah, they should be ashamed at how they've responded to this hurricane, he's absolutely right. Absolutely right. I think Jim Bunny said earlier she already started early voting. So yeah, I can't blame him. I can't be mad at it. In other news that came out today, so that sign there behind y'all's boy says Florida is Trump country. However, in a recent poll that came out today, where's my poll? Where is my poll? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm supposed to have this ready and queued up. And stupid L Teddy does not have it ready and queued up. But let me give you, because I already read it, so I know what it says. In a recent poll, I wanted to give you the name of the poll, and I didn't have it queued up. My apologies. But in the latest poll that came out today, and I hate not having the name of the poll, Trump is only ahead by 1 point in Florida. Let me say that again. Trump is only leading in the great state of Florida by 1 point. Let me say that a third time. In the great state of Florida, Trump is only leading Kamala Harris by 1 point. I keep trying to tell y'all, it's red until it's not. It's red until it's not. And I've been screaming. Y'all know I've been screaming for the last several months. Have I not been over here screaming that Florida is winnable? Have I not? Put a 27 in the chat if you have heard me screaming from the rooftops that Florida is winnable. And the latest poll shows Donald John is only up by 1 point. I've been saying Florida is winnable. I've been saying you just need to put money over there and really do the Lord's work on the ground in Florida, and it is winnable. I've talked about that race over in Texas and the fact that if they do the right thing in Texas, that Senate race is winnable because he's Rafael Cruz is not liked. But ask me, has Kamala Harris stepped foot in the great state of Florida since she's been named? I just want somebody to tell me. Ask me if Air Force Two has landed anywhere in the great state of Florida since July 21st, when Joseph Robinette stepped aside. I'm just saying. I'm telling you, it's red until it's not. I just wanted to put that out there, and we'll monitor the situation in Florida and in Texas. And we'll be certainly speaking on that more and more as we do more red, blue, and blacks. But I just want to let you know that, oh, here it is right here. I found it. Finally found it. This was a recent survey. And this was done by the Independent Center and the Bullfinch Group. They conducted a survey on September 20th and 23rd and showed that Donald John had just a 1-point lead. So Donald John had 48%, Kamala had 47%, and the margin of error is plus or minus 4 percentage points. Just saying. Just saying. We got to move on. Got a long dossier today. Donald John is in the news also because, dear God, help us. Because he wants to enact the purge, people, the purge. This is what y'all got going on. This is what y'all got going on in these yet to be United States. He was in Erie, Pennsylvania. And here were his comments. Let me make sure I quote this. Quote, "See, we have to let the police do their job. And if they have to be extraordinarily rough, and the police aren't allowed to do their jobs. They're told if you do anything, you're going to lose your pension. You're going to lose your family, your house, your car. What the hell is going on? They're not allowed to do it because the liberal left won't let them do it. The liberal left wants to destroy them. One rough hour. I mean, real rough. The word will get out and it will end immediately. End immediately. You know, it will end immediately." So what he's saying is, contrary to popular belief, he's not, trying to advocate for the purge. But he's saying that police should be given 1 hour to just get out in these streets and do whatever. Be profile as much as they want, commit atrocities and police brutality as much as they'd like, and then that will get you people in line. That'll get you people in line. If police are allowed to have just an hour where they could just go and do whatever the fuck they want to do. Where do we draw the line on that? Because we already see, how would that be any different from what's going on right now? They beat us, they maim us, they kill us. I mean, how is it any different, sir? Oh, you want them to be able to do it and not have any consequences. So you want an hour of no consequences for them. Because don't tell me you want an hour of where they can be rough, real rough, because they're already rough, real rough for no damn reason. What you want is, this is the designated hour. If you get it all done, what you're already doing, if you do what you're currently doing, we're going to give you this 1 hour where you could do it with no repercussions or consequences. Because you telling me you want them to be rough, sir, they're already rough. Child, y'all be doing a whole lot. I'm just saying. Y'all be doing a whole lot. Sir, how would this be any different from what we got going, except for the fact that now they wouldn't have any repercussions? Ronald said in Nebraska, the Republicans are going to have to spend money they didn't plan to spend. The independent challenger to one of our senators, Deb Fisher, is leading by 1 point. by a point. Well, then there's that. I keep telling y'all, it's red until it's not. But yeah, that's what Donald John is advocating. When you go on some of these other places, they're saying that Donald Trump is trying to, you know, advocate for the purge. These are people who are ill-informed and don't know what they're talking about. I keep telling y'all can't go everywhere expecting people to know what the hell they talking about when they talk politics. When some of these people y'all go to that don't talk politics, go around here trying to say these things, y'all just turn them off. Just for that. I ain't saying turn them off forever. But when they talk politics, be like, okay, I'll be back when you're done. Because you don't know what you're talking about. We got to move on, Donald John. It's never going to happen. At least I hope not. I think I did my JD Vance. Oh, I didn't. So, Tim Walz and JD Vance have been doxxed. They have been doxxed. So apparently, Tim Walz and JD Vance's VA medical records have been breached. The Department of Veteran Affairs employees improperly accessed the medical files of vice presidential candidates Senator J.D. Vance and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, with a Justice Department investigation currently underway, the VA confirmed today. The Washington Post first reported the breach, noting that at least a dozen employees accessed Vance's and Walz's records this summer, a violation of federal health privacy laws. A statement from the VA press secretary, Terrence Hayes, to news outlets confirmed that the department, quote, reported to law enforcement allegations that VA personnel may have improperly accessed veteran records, and that would be veteran records belonging to JD Vance and Tim Walz. The VA press secretary went on to say, quote, we take the privacy of veterans we serve very seriously and have strict policies in place to protect their records. Any attempt to improperly access veteran records by VA personnel is unacceptable and will not be tolerated. End of quote. A mess. A mess. A mess. So y'all can, expect something to be coming down the pipe based on, because please believe, they ain't just go and look at these people medical records and say, oh, that's nice, and then click off. They took a screenshot. They took their phone out. I'm surprised it ain't already made its way out. I really think that somebody has access to this information and is just waiting for, how they say the October surprise? They're waiting for that. A mess. A mess. In some last minute good news, and this happened at about 4:00 today. I got this news at about 4:00 today. A judge has struck down Georgia's ban on abortions, allowing abortions to resume beyond 6 weeks into pregnancy. A judge today struck down the state's abortion law, which took effect in 2022 and effectively prohibited abortions beyond about 6 weeks of pregnancy. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney wrote in his order that, quote, liberty in Georgia includes in its meaning, in its protections, and in its bundle of rights, the power of a woman to control her own body, to decide what happens to it and in it, and to reject state interference with her healthcare choices. End of quote. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Now, y'all already know how this is going to go. The ruling will be appealed. Now, the good thing is Georgia is in the 11th circuit, not the 5th circuit. The bad part is, even if it makes it favorably out of the 11th Circuit, it has to go to the guy. It may end up back at the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is going to say we've already ruled on this, and you can't. Well, I take that back, and I'll have to, defer to legal experts on this because the Supreme Court ruling, from what I understood, the Dobbs ruling was for the federal ban on abortion, but I still believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure my legal experts will correct me. I do believe if it does go back to the Supreme Court, this would be the Supreme Court deciding on whether a state can do that as opposed to a federal ban, because this is a state law that's being challenged. We'll see, but as of right now, that challenge to that abortion law passed. I mean, not passed, but was upheld by a judge in Fulton County. We'll see where it goes from there. We'll monitor the situation on that. In more sugar spiky news, I told y'all I had a lot today. So y'all know what's going on over there, right? So if you haven't been paying attention to international news, the great country of Israel successfully assassinated the leader of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah. He was taken out in an Israeli strike on Friday at Hezbollah's central headquarters in Beirut. Now, the United States is on record saying that justice was served to him by him being killed. Israel has already decimated much of the Hezbollah's leadership with their strikes over the past week. However, while killing or decimating Hezbollah's leadership, they've also killed hundreds and hundreds of innocent civilians and forced nearly 1 million people from their homes in the great country of Lebanon. Washington, talking out of both sides of their necks, has also urged a diplomatic solution to the conflict. One breath you saying the man got what he deserved by being taken out, and in the next breath, but we're urging a diplomatic solution to this. Really? Y'all ain't shit. I promise you. Biden administration, y'all are so wrong on this Middle East thing. Y'all are so wrong on this situation. Y'all are so wrong. So wrong on this situation. Like, this is so bad, y'all. This is so bad. Now, even though it's only being reported, I think about 800 people being killed, local people and officials on the ground are saying that more than 1,000 civilians have been killed in Lebanon over the last week. They say 100 of them were killed just this past Sunday. And people are on the ground saying that there's no safe place to go. So now the same thing you had going on in the Gaza Strip, you have now going on in Lebanon. Israel has also said they will start a ground invasion as soon as today. And from the last time I checked, they had already had troops on the ground in Lebanon. This is just not good, y'all. Not good at all. Not now. The leader of Hezbollah, who was just killed, had been their leader for over 30 years, since like the early 90s. So you think there's going to be no retribution? You think there's not going to be a counter to this? Iran has already said they will be getting involved. They're already on record saying, yes, they will be getting involved. They haven't done anything yet, but they are already on record saying, yeah. Just saying. Oh, the leader of Iran is also saying, quote, the Americans cannot deny their complicity in this situation, end of quote. A mess. Are there any ceasefire talks happening right now? Nope. None at all. None at all. And you should also know, remember last week I reported that they had sent a small number of troops over. Well, here's an update. Quote, this is the update from an article. Let me read the article. The U.S. is sending and quote, additional few thousand, end quote, troops to the Middle East amid roiling tensions over Israel's deadly strikes on Lebanon that killed top Hezbollah leaders last week, according to the Pentagon Deputy Press Secretary. So we're sending more troops over there. The Pentagon Secretary, Deputy Press Secretary also said, quote, Secretary Austin increased the readiness of additional U.S. forces to deploy elevating our preparedness to respond to various contingencies, end of quote. Hey, Mamiana, this is getting serious. What's good, Sean? What's good, Fi? This is getting serious. I'm telling y'all, this is getting serious. This is not anything to act like there's nothing to see here. There's a lot to see here. Here's what I keep screaming to y'all, where we could have a problem. Kamala Harris is on the record saying, quote, the death of Nasrallah delivered a measure of justice to his victims, end of quote. But then followed that up by saying diplomacy was the best path to stability in the region. That's what Kamala said. Also, those leaders leaders of their respective countries in the Middle East are looking quite closely, at this presidential election cycle, because they know that it's going to be more of the same with Kamala Harris. More of the same of what the Biden administration has already done. I've already told y'all, if this country goes to war, you will not have a Kamala Harris as president. If we slip into World War III and this country goes into war, we will not have a Kamala Harris as president. I'm telling you. I'm on the wrong. I ain't even on the right story. I'm supposed to be on this thing. That's our update from the Middle East, y'all. In more news, while we were concerned, as we should have been, with the people of North Carolina, the fact that there are over 120 people that have lost their lives, well, while we were not paying attention, this happened. North Carolina Republican Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson said Saturday that he was treated for second-degree burns he suffered when he accidentally touched an exhaust pipe at a truck show while campaigning for governor. I just report what's happening here, y'all. Don't get mad at me. I didn't do this. This is not my doing. I just want to report. The I'm not laughing at the man's suffering. Why would I ever do that? Let me keep going. Robinson was making an appearance Friday evening at the Mayberry Truck Show in Mount Airy when he was injured, campaign spokesperson Mike Lonergan said in a statement. Oh, you got a new campaign spokesperson? Because your last one quit. And so did the rest of your campaign. Robinson was treated at Northern Regional Hospital in Mount Airy for second-degree burns. His campaign spokesperson later referred to a video posted on X in which Robinson, with a bandaged left hand, told supporters during a campaign event what happened. Robinson said he had been riding in a big rig in a show parade. Supporters approached him as he was getting out of the truck, he said, and while trying to avoid running into them, he put his hand on the truck's extremely hot exhaust pipe. I'm not laughing at this man's calamity, okay? I am not, I promise y'all. I promise y'all I'm not laughing at the fact that this man suffered. I'm not laughing at the fact that this man had to suffer second-degree burns. I really am not. Because that's very unfortunate. I'm not going to say this is karma. I'm not going to start singing the old song we used to sing in my church, Hell is a Hot Place, Ain't No Water There. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. This man had to go to the hospital for second-degree burns. And some of y'all are over here laughing. This is very serious. The man suffered second-degree burns to his body. Go with God. Not we fall down, but we get up. Oh, Lord. Dear God. We are not laughing at you, Lieutenant Governor Robinson. We're not laughing at you. Oh, y'all got me over here with real thug tears over here laughing at y'all. Anyway, moving on. Go with God. For those of you in the great state of Maryland, do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Raise your hand. Put a 27 in the chat if you reside in the great state of Maryland and will be voting in this year's 2024 senatorial race in Maryland. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, Marylanders, or however they call themselves. Don't fall for it. So, Republican Maryland Senate nominee and former governor Larry Hogan said he won't vote for former President Donald John Trump in the upcoming election, even though he had a full-throated endorsement that he accepted from Donald John Trump. He said on CBS's Face the Nation yesterday, quote, "Look, I've said neither one of the two candidates have earned my vote, and the voters in the country are going to be able to make that decision." End of quote. Robert Costa then pressed him. He said, he asked him if there is no chance he would cast his ballot for Trump. He said, quote, "I'm not going to. I didn't vote for him in 2016 or 2020. That's what your mouth said. We wasn't in that voting booth with you. And I've made that pretty clear. But look, I'm not running just for a Republican Party. It's not just about red versus blue, but is what my opponent wants it to be about. I'm sorry, which is what my opponent wants it to be about. I'm concerned about the red, white, and blue, and I'm willing to put country over party. And I'm hoping that the voters will be willing to do the same. End of quote. Sir, sir, you ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling a goddamn person. We've seen this before. We know what the fuck is gonna happen, sir. Your ass know you live in blue ass Maryland. You know that. And so it's real funny that now you're gonna remove yourself and detach yourself from Donald John Trump. Mind you, the recent polls show that you are behind, sir. They do show that. And now all of a sudden, oh, I'm not running for a Republican Party, but your party of choice is Republican. Because if that was the case, sir, you do realize that you could run as an independent. You do realize that, right? If this was all about, it's not about red or blue, and I'm not running for a Republican Party, you do realize that you can run as an independent, right? Because we see you for what the fuck this is. What you want the full-throated endorsement of Donald John Trump. You want all of the money that comes from the Republican machine backing you. And you're going to sit your ass over there, should you win, on the floor of the Senate and vote exactly how they want you to vote on every goddamn item. We're not falling for it, sir. You ain't fooling nobody. And if you expect us to believe that you walked into that voting booth when no one could see you and you didn't vote for Trump, you're reaching, sir. Mind you, you're mad because Angela also Brooks has called you out because your record shows that you're much more in line with Donald Trump than you are willing to let people know. Sir, you're not fooling anybody. You ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody. Don't fall for it, Maryland. Don't do it. I know y'all smarter than that, Maryland. Sir, go with God. Hillary Rodham Clinton. Hillary Rodham is on record saying she's fearful that that these people have something up their sleeves for her. For Kamala Harris, that she needs to be prepared for. She said, quote, there will be concerted efforts to distort and pervert Kamala Harris, who she is, what she stands for, what she's done. End of quote. She went on to say, quote, the crazy story about me running a child trafficking operation out of a basement of a pizzeria. End of quote. They did say that about Kamala. Not Kamala, about Hillary. They did. People started laughing and she said, quote, don't laugh. It was a huge story. And it got one young man in North Carolina to get in his car with his, assault rifle and drive up to liberate these non-existent children and shoot up a pizzeria in Washington, D.C. This is dangerous stuff. It starts online, often on the dark web. It migrates. It's picked up by the pro-Trump media. It's then reported on by everybody else, which makes sure it has about 100% coverage and people believe it. End of quote. I'm with you 1,000%, Hillary. She went on to say, quote, so I don't know what it's going to be, but it will be something, and we'll have to work very, very hard to make sure that it is exposed as the lie that it is. End of quote. I'm with you. You should expect these people to come out with something. There's going to be a last ditch effort. I'm telling you. Don't fall for it. Thank God a lot of people have already started voting. Thank you for that, Hillary. Here's something that we all need to be concerned about, okay? Here's something that we all need to be concerned about. I'm hoping that this gets picked up by mainstream media. There is a potential longshoreman strike coming as early as tonight, which could mean devastating shortages to products and also cause high prices ahead of the holiday season. Let me read this for you. U.S. ports from Maine to Texas could shut down Tuesday if a union representing about 45,000 dock workers, we call them longshoremen, carries through with a threatened strike. A lengthy shutdown could raise prices on goods around the country and potentially cause shortages and price increases at big and small retailers alike as the holiday shopping season approaches. Don't forget also, this will impact the presidential election should that happen. Now, Mark Baxa, who's the president of the Council of Supply Chain Management Professionals, said, quote, "First and foremost, we can expect delays to market, and those delays depend on really what the commodities are and priorities at the ports and how quickly things move." End of quote. Yeah. The International Longshoremen's Association is demanding significantly higher wages and a total ban on the automation of cranes, gates, and container moving trucks, which are used in the loading or unloading of freight at 36 U.S. ports. Those ports handle roughly half of the nation's cargo from ships. The contract expires between the International Longshoremen's Association and the United States Maritime Alliance, which represents the ports, on Tuesday. The two sides haven't held negotiations since June, and we just finding out about this today. They haven't held negotiations since June. A strike by the International Longshoremen's Association workers would be the first by the union since 1977. Quote, "The ocean carriers represented by USMX want to enjoy rich billion-dollar profits that they are making in 2024, while they offer International Longshoremen Association workers an unacceptable wage package that we reject." End of quote. And that's according to the Longshoremen Association in a statement today. Which ports are affected? While any port can handle any type of goods, some ports are specialized to handle goods for a particular industry. The ports that would be affected by the shutdown include Baltimore, Brunswick, Georgia, the two busiest auto ports, which are that would be Baltimore and Brunswick, Georgia, Philadelphia, which gives port priority to fruits and vegetables, and New Orleans, which handles coffee, mainly from South America and Southeast Asia, various chemicals from Mexico and North Europe, and wood products such as plywood from Asia and South America. Other ports affected include Boston, New York, New Jersey, Norfolk, Virginia, Wilmington, North Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Tampa, Florida, Mobile, Alabama, and Houston, Texas. Can the government intervene if a strike were deemed a danger to the U.S. economic health? President Joe Biden could, under the 1947 Taft-Hartley Act, seek a court order for an 80-day cooling off period. This would suspend the strike. But Biden, during an exchange with reporters on Sunday, said no when asked if he planned to intervene to plan a potential work stoppage work stoppage impacting East Coast ports. So Biden said he's not going to intervene. He said, quote, because it's collective bargaining, I don't believe in Taft-Hartley, end of quote. Meaning he says he doesn't believe in the 1947 Taft-Hartley Act. How will this affect consumers? I'm taking my time on this, y'all, because I think this is really going to affect people and they won't have any idea that it's happening. How will this affect consumers? Well, the strike could last weeks or months. If a strike were resolved within a few weeks, consumers probably wouldn't notice any major changes of retail goods. But a strike that persists for more than a month would likely cause a shortage of some consumer products, although most holiday retail goods have already arrived from overseas. Shoppers could see higher prices on a vast array of goods from fruit and vegetables to cars. Retailers are already making contingency plans for the strike. So they listen. What that means is they knew this was coming. They knew this was about to happen. Listen, let me go down and buy. Listen, I'm gonna act like it's the pandemic again. I'm going up and buy all my Charmin Ultra Gentle because what you're not going to deny me is my Charmin Ultra Gentle toilet paper. Let me go buy a couple cases of my Dude wipes, the shea butter kind, because the shea butter Dude wipes are the best ones. If you ain't tried the shea butter Dude wipes, your life is not complete yet. Let me go buy my Bounty paper towels. Let me go buy all my cleaning products. Let me go to Costco's and BJ's and Sam's Club and get my shit. Because I'm not going to be fucked up with y'all. Nope. Now, the problem is the perishable items like the fruit and vegetables and stuff like that. I don't know what we're going to do if there's a shortage in that because you can't keep that stuff over a long period of time. Child. Get a bidet? I guess I could. But hell, that might be coming over on one of the ships. Everything come out of China. Hell, that might be on one of these ships that's coming over here. Even if I get a bidet, I still feel like I'm going to want to wipe it just to make sure. I'm just saying. If your job has toilet paper that you listen, I can't use that mess that they use out in public. No, I'm very particular about my ass. This is, my ass is like the pearly gates. When you enter it, you are in heaven, okay? And so I need to preserve the pearly gates back here, okay? When the people enter into heaven, they need to know that they are feeling heaven. So my Charmin Ultra Gentle and my Dude wipes, shea butter, please be clear. The shea butter Dude wipes will change your life. I need to make sure my shit is right over here, okay? Y'all are playing. I just want to inform y'all of what's going on here. We are saddened to hear today of the untimely death of Dikembe Mutombo. He passed away this morning after a long battle with brain cancer. He's been battling brain cancer for about 2 years. We all remember him and the finger wag. If you're old enough to remember him in the NBA, he spent a lot of years. I just remember him with the Atlanta Hawks, but I know he spent a lot of years on a lot of teams. But I remember him for a good number of years with the Atlanta Hawks, and we certainly mourn his loss. We are sending our prayers, condolences, and thoughts to his family, friends, and loved ones. But yeah, he passed away this morning at the age of 56. Is that 56? No, is that 56? 58. Yeah, 58. Sorry. All right. For those of you all in California, for those of you all from California, I hate to, I just have to keep being the bearer of bad news today. And I hate that I have to keep doing this to y'all, but I have to give you the news as it comes to me. California, they are saying, experts are saying that California is going to be facing an unprecedented, and that's the word that they're using, unprecedented local spread of dengue fever, and this is possibly driven because of climate change. Let me read this real fast. California last week clocked its fourth case of locally transmitted dengue fever this year, an alarming rise in a sometimes deadly disease that experts fear could be fueled by climate change. The Los Angeles County Department of Health confirmed the newest incidents of the mosquito-borne illness in a resident in Panorama City, a neighborhood in Los Angeles' San Fernando Valley. The department noted that the individual had not traveled to areas where dengue is endemic and that the case appeared unrelated to 3 others. Also, it was locally acquired. They were reported in the county um, um, also locally acquired that were reported in the county earlier this month. So what they're saying is this person didn't go out of the country. This person didn't have contact with the other people. They just got it. So that means that there are mosquitoes flying around containing dengue fever in the great city of Los Angeles. Why is that important? You might be saying, I live on the East Coast, El Teddy. This does not affect me. You do realize a whole lot of people travel in between Los Angeles and the East Coast. So they come their ass back over to the East Coast. They outside, a mosquito, they get bitten by a mosquito. That mosquito then starts to do its thing. And here we are. Here we are. Here we go. I told y'all we are living in the end times, like the old, like the motherboard used to say. It can be potentially life-threatening. They said, let me read this. Spread by certain types of mosquitoes. Dengue is a tropical and subtropical viral infection relayed to humans through bites, according to the World Health Organization. Although many infections have only mild flu-like effects, the virus can also cause severe symptoms or even death. The incidence of dengue has risen sharply in recent years, surging from 505,430 cases worldwide in 2000 to 6.5 million just last year. I'm hoping that California can get this under wrap. Los Angeles, y'all need to get this together. Mira, I'm about to be like you. I need to stay inside. I'm just staying inside. I don't have this type of energy. We just gonna stay the fuck inside. In other news, Christopher Maurice is slated to have a documentary made about him, and this will be made by the same people who made the documentary about the Netflix, about the Quiet on the Set, the Netflix series. The name of it is did they have a name of it? Oh, yes, it's called Chris Brown, A History of Violence, and it's set to drop on October 27th. It's going to be on the ID channel, Investigation Discovery. They said that it's going to be a part of their annual No Excuse for Abuse campaign, and they're going to dive into Christopher Maurice's legal troubles, focusing on his well-documented history of domestic violence and assault. I don't know what y'all want from me. I don't know why this is a news flash. Y'all are going to continue to support him, listen to his music, go to his concerts, and make him relevant until he ends up like Robert Sylvester and Sean John behind bars. Until y'all leave his ass behind bars and send him up the river for his crimes and atrocities, he's going to continue to be who he is. He'll be continuing to be on tour, unbothered. I don't think they doing too damn much, Tanya. I think the perpetrators are doing too damn much. If y'all would stop assaulting people, you wouldn't have these problems. People keep saying, oh, there's an attack on black men. No, there's just an attack on black men who are committing crimes of violating, in many cases, a lot of black women. I don't feel bad for these people. I do not feel bad for these people. Now, it should not be a news flash. It should not be a news flash. We have watched in real time and chronicled this man assaulting women, violently assaulting them. Let me move on. These next stories are real fast. Bust down ain't shit. This is not a new. You talk about not a news flash. Now my heart goes out to his daughter, who's had to live with a father that ain't shit. But this happened this weekend, and she's in tears and stuff. Listen, sweetheart, it ain't even worth your time. What you do when you have family members like that, you go on and you be great. And you remove them from your life. If you don't want no parts of me, I don't want no parts of you. I'm gonna go on and do my and live my life and not be bothered. But it's not a news flash that the man is homophobic. This is not a news flash. She's known it. We've known it. Now I don't know what happened recently that was the catalyst for her getting online and stuff like that. I'm sure there was a story, but he is who he always was. JetBlue is trying to get your business. JetBlue has unveiled a new, as they're calling it, game-changing airport lounge. They're trying to get you your business. They got new perks that they say will rival their competitors and even be better than Delta's, United's, and Americans. They say in Boston they have an 11,000 square feet exclusive airport lounge for you to go in. I don't care, JetBlue. I only fly y'all if I can't get nothing on Delta and Southwest. Kai was on his way to a bus down and got in an accident. Allegedly. Kyle got on Jack and had him a good bus down to the Atlanta and got in a bad car accident. He almost died. His mom and daddy was scared. And now she on social media. She real concerned about her son, her baby. She real concerned about her baby. I understand, Rashida. I understand. But your baby be out here, trying to get him a piece. That young man is out here trying to get him a piece. Okay. Kai out here Kai said he be out here blowing backs out. He be getting his back blown out. Do you hear me? But child, we're praying for a speedy recovery. He's not dead. He is yet still alive, just like Dottie Peoples is still alive. Y'all said she was dead, and the woman had to come on social media and say she was yet still alive. But yeah, it was if you go there, you can search and look up the car accident. It's on Rashida's Instagram. It's a pretty bad car accident. Al B sure has words for y'all. He said actually he has a cease and desist order that he's put out for the person that put out Kim's Lost Words memoir. He don't put out a cease and desist order. Listen, he took to Instagram to a reel featuring screenshots of his cease and desist order with his more than 21,000 followers. That's all you got, 21,000, I'll be sure. Dear God. The video seemingly revealed that the order originated on Thursday, September 26th. I don't know. I don't care. I mean, it's pretty much been, most credible sources are saying is that book has been debunked, and they're saying it's not her words. And so, yeah, I guess go ahead, take them to court. I ain't said nothing. I'm just saying that I'll be sure only got 21,000 subscribers. Azalea Banks had some things to say and get off her chest. So she has some theories after Diddy's that you remember there was the alleged audio of Diddy and Meek Mills having sex, and we found out that was actual audio from a gay porn video. Well, she took to Twitter and decided she had some words to say. If you can't read it, it said, let me make it bigger. Hold on, let me make it. Y'all might not can't see that. She said, quote, sidebar, the audio of Diddy and Meek Mill fucking, it definitely sounds like Diddy is the bottom and Meek Mill is the top. The, quote, fuck that ass nigga, end of quote, sounds vocally more close to Diddy's voice. And the exasperated, quote, oh shit, end quote, sounds like higher in tone and more in Meek Mill's vocal range when you think about how high in tones his voice is on Championships versus literally any Diddy rap vocal. She replied to her tweet by saying, quote, then the pool video where Diddy is calling Meek Mill daddy and saying he put in that work totally lines up with my theory that it was actually not Meek Mill getting fucked, but Diddy, but actually the other way around. And then she replied to that by, all the champagne was spiked, son. Ma'am, the fact that you did a whole vocal analysis on this one was more high pitched, this one was more low pitched. He sounds like a tenor, a first tenor. He sounded more like a baritone. Like, girl, mind you, it ain't true. So I'm just getting these out so I'll have to do these tomorrow. Ma'am, I don't care. Go read the real news. This is our last story of the day. Be safe out there, people. That would be big back ass DJ Khaled crowd surfing. I have nothing. I have nothing for y'all. Okay. If y'all got DJ Khaled out here crowd surfing, I ain't got nothing for y'all. Let me quickly get y'all out of here and get y'all over to Really B, because she's gonna cuss me the fuck out. Tell her I'm sorry. Y'all better go over there and tell Ravine, don't be over there saying nothing. Because y'all know Ravine gonna be the first one out here talking about El Teddy made us late. El Teddy made us late. Y'all know how she is. Y'all know how Ravine is. She ain't loyal at all. God, make no sense. It don't make no sense how Ravine be snitching. She just be snitching. God. But I'm about to send y'all over to Really B. While I'm setting this up, let me say, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal present and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. We will be back tomorrow. It's going to be another short week, y'all. I got to go out of town on Thursday. I'm going to Richmond, Virginia on Thursday. So if you in or around the Richmond, Virginia area, come see your boy. I'll be there from Thursday night until Sunday. So come see your boy. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all until tomorrow. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out. Bye, y'all.